Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Network. Just getting things straightened here for our ball game, our late morning, if you will. And it's not even 6 a.m. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect, almost. There. That's nice. That I can deal with. It's the Washington Senators of the Cleveland Indians, the second of a two-game series. Cleveland won the first game. Senators finished in 10th, last place, with 101 losses. Cleveland finished 6th. They were a decent team, 80 and 82. Just 2 games under 500. Today it'll be Osteen, left-hander for the Senators, and Gary Bell, right-hander for Cleveland. The Senators are 1-1 on the season, a game and a half out. Cleveland 1-2. I'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. Coffee. That is some very, very good coffee. Well, okay, let's go ahead with the lineups for the Senators. Leading off, Jimmy Piersall in center field. His bat wasn't great, but he's a great fielder and he can run. Batting second, Danny O'Connell at third base. Batting third, Gene Woodling in right. The cleanup hitter, Dale Long. He only had 285 bats. He has power. He's at first. Batting fifth in left field, Jim King. Batting sixth at shortstop, Bob Johnson. Batting seventh at second base, Chuck Cottier. Batting eighth and catching, Bob Schmidt. And the pitcher, the left-hander, the youngster, Osteen. He has no record. This is his first appearance and start on the season. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. For the Cleveland Tribe, leading off at first base, Tito Francona, a good bat. Batting second at third base, Bubba Phillips. Third base. Batting third and center, Chuck Asegian. Good bat. 274-21 in real world. Batting cleanup in left field, Gene Green. Only 143 at bats. 280, 11 home runs. Good bat. Batting fifth and catching, John Romano. 261, 25 home runs, 459 at bats. Batting sixth at short, Woody Held. 19 home runs. Batting seventh in right field, Willie Kirkland. Batting eighth at second, Jerry Kindle. And the pitcher batting ninth in his first appearance of the season and his first start, principally a reliever, but he started this game in real world, Gary Bell, a right-hander. And in a moment or so, Cleveland will take the field. We're in Municipal Stadium. And the Cleveland Indians take the field. It's Gary Bell on the mound. And leading it off for the Senators is Jimmy Piersall. Piersall steps in the batter's box. Here's Bell. And the pitch. That's 5-8. Right-handed, grounds it to third for Phillips. He throws it over to Francona, one away, and we're underway here. Don't miss our Game 7 of the 1969 World Series today at 2 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Strat-O-Matic Network. Danny O'Connell is the batter. 3-5, right-handed, walked him. So O'Connell is on with one out. Being held 1-2, 21, 1-19 max. He gets the lead on a 5. Woodling now at the plate. O'Connell being held with a very short lead. Here's Bell. Pitch to Woodling. That's 4-8. Left-handed, walked him. 2 walks thrown by Bell here in the first. Now Dale Long, the batter, left-handed hitter. .410 left-handed catcher X, our first X today. Romano 3-5. 3-5, that's 3-3. It's a WG. It's going to be probably a wild pitch. 6-12-16. Oh, and it's an error too. A WGRE1. It's an error. We'll call that a dribbler. And that will load the bases. Bases are loaded. Bases full, 1 out. Jim King, the batter. And Cleveland playing the infield in. Watch them get burned. Pitch from Bell. 3-10 right-handed. That's a base hit to right. A non-clutch single to right for King. It's going to score at least a run. O'Connell scores. Woodling rounding third. To right field. Kirkland 1-3. Woodling 1-8. He'll hold. So a 1-run single. Bases full. And Bob Johnson, the batter. Now the infield is drawn back. Here's the pitch from Bell. 4-8, right-handed, walks in a run. And that's going to be 2-0. So Bell having his problems here. He's walked 3 in the first and allowed a base hit, and the error has made it, compounded it. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 in, 2-0 Senators. Infield back again. Pitch to Cottier. 1-7 right-handed, grounds it to second. It's going to end the inning, actually. Bases loaded. We'll score that 4-6-3 double play, side retired, but 2 runs. And they're both earned. And after a half, it's Senators 2. Tribe nothing. Tribe coming up. And here's Claude Osteen, the pitcher, for Washington. This is Claude's 5th year in the majors. He broke in with Cincinnati in '57, went back to the minors in '58, and then he's been up ever since. Traded to the Senators last year. Senators think there's a bright future in Claude Osteen, the left-hander, the young left-hander. And here's Francona to lead it off for the Tribe. I'm glad to say I have my new tripod all set now, making it comfortable for me. I don't want to get into the logistics of it, but I had an issue in how it was situated, and I've resolved that. And it's beautiful now. Okay, here's Claude. The pitch to Francona. And I think it'll be easier to move up and down as I use it until it finally breaks. 1-10 left-handed, grounds it to first. Long has it, takes it to the bag, 1 away. Now Bubba Phillips. Outside for a ball to Phillips, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Claude. 6-11, right-handed, grounds it to second. Fielded by Cottier. And he throws it to long for 2 outs. This is the expansion Washington Senators in their 2nd year. Angels in their 2nd year. Los Angeles Angels. Outside for a ball to Asegian, 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on. Claude into his windup, the pitch to Asegian. That's 4-6 right-handed, fly ball left field. for King. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 for Claude. We've gone 1 inning. It's Washington 2, Cleveland nothing. Hi, JC. I saw your vlog, walking your dog with your wife, and I tried to comment, but I don't think comments were turned on. And then I had to go to this game. Here's Gary Bell now. He allowed 2 runs in the first, walking 3, allowing a base hit, and there was the error. Bob Schmidt leads it off for the Senators. All right, JC. Here's the pitch from Bell. That's 2-8, right-handed, grounds it to short for held. And he throws to first, 1 away. Here comes Claude Osteen. He's a 3 WL. Swinging strike by Claude. 0-1. No problem, JC. Foul back and out of play. Bell gets ahead of Osteen. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's low. It's 1-2. Okay, Bell just inside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Claude with 1 out, top of the second. Okay, Claude is ready into his windup. Bell into his windup. Pitch to Claude, 4-8, left-handed, walked him. It was a full count, and he walks Claude. Claude, left-handed hitter, 4-8. Claude on first, 1 out. Here's Piersall now. The pitch from Bell. 5-6, right-handed, struck him out. Piersall strikes out swinging. First strikeout for Bell. Oh, this is much better, the way I have the tripod now. Danny O'Connell with 2 outs and Claude on first. Just taking a look at Claude's running, if there is a supplementary running rating. Yes, he's 1-14. How do you like that? You know, I ought to write that down. His running 1-14, but I guess I should. There. This way, I never have to look again. So if I find the time, I will write in all of those. That's a good reason to write on the card. I generally don't like to. Here's O'Connell with 2 outs and Claude on first. The pitch from Bell. Whoops, that's a 4-4. Right-handed, grounds to third, our second X today. Phillips, 2-11, Bubba. .211, 4-2. Bubba gets 2 at G3. Phillips, E11, 6-10, 14. And he throws him out, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk to Claude, and he was left on. Middle of the second, it's still 2-0 Washington. Claude on the mound. So you can see there's the running rating, 1-14. Gene Green. Really good power against left-handed hitting. Didn't have a lot of at-bats though. As a reminder, 280, 11 home runs, 143 at-bats. Green steps in. Here's Claude. The wind-up, the pitch to Green. 4-3, right-handed, grounds it to second. Cottier has it, throws to long. 1 out. Now John Romano, the catcher, comes up for Cleveland. Claude into his windup. Here's the pitch to Romano. That is a 6-7 right-handed grounder to short. And Bob Johnson fields it and throws him out, 2 away. Woody held the batter, real good power, Woody. Woody had 466 at-bats, 249, 19 home runs. And he's a shortstop. Average fielder. Here's Claude. Pitch to held, 3-10 left-handed. There's a ballpark blast in Cleveland. It's a 4. He has end power in Washington, and it's gone. Woody held with a home run. Claude had retired the first 5 batters, and now Woody held with 2 outs, hits a home run to make it a 2-1 ball game. Let's look at that one more time. It was a 3-10 left-handed ballpark blast. Right-hander in Washington, 1-13 gone. It was a 4. Home run by Held. Oh my. Where's Cleveland? Here it is. That is the second home run for Woody Held this year. So it's 2-1. And Willie Kirkland comes up to the plate. Claude Osteen on the mound. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Kirkland. That's 4-8 left-handed, 1-1-4. It's going to drop in the gap. And Kirkland strolls into second with a 2-out double off Claude on a 4-8 left-handed, lefty-lefty. So now Kirkland in scoring position, Jerry Kendall in a clutch situation. He has clutch reversals on his card. Not really a good clutch hitter, but here's the pitch. That's 6-4, right-handed, grounds it to third X. O'Connell of 423. So much better. 423.84. G3 gets to it. 468. E23. And he throws him out. And that will retire the side. But there was one run, 2 hits, a home run by Woody Held, his second of the year, and then followed by the double by Kirkland, and he was left on base after 2. It's 2-1 Washington. Oh, thank you, Bob, thank you. Let's check it on Cleveland. He's so right. It was a 4, and it's still gone. I'm gonna check to make sure I had a 4 on the roll. Thank you. I want to tell everybody, hold on. Going back now on Woody Held, it was a 4. So it's still gone, but we thank Bob for the correction. Held right-handed. 1 to 16. And we appreciate when people make corrections. Yeah. And I think this is a good time as ever to say that we strive for low errors, not no errors, because we're human. And then the errors are built into the replay. So if there is by chance an error that is either undetected or even detected and not corrected, which is kind of rare, but if something happens, like you screw up the order and you move into already the 7th inning, it's built in. So we thank Bob Cole for identifying that error. And here we go to the top of the 3rd, Gary Bell. It's 2-1 Washington now. Gene Woodling leads it off. We'll have to make a new fresh pot of coffee here. Okay, here's Bell. The wind-up, the pitch to Woodling. That's 4-4 left-handed, grounds it to 3rd X. Phillips 2-11. To 11-16-2 gets to a G1, E11, 6-11-15. Oh, and he boots it. An E1. It's going to be a G1, E1. Sounds almost like Iwo Jima. An E1, G1 error by Bubba Phillips. Second error for Washington, for Cleveland today. And Woodling is on first to start it off. He has a 20 on his steal. Look at that. That's a wasted time for Strat-O-Matic. He's not being held, but he'll go for the snake eyes. Because it's 1-20, 1-22, 1-19 max, and he doesn't get it. It's got to be a better way to do that in the system. Okay, here's Long at the plate with Woodling on first. The pitch from Bell. That's 2-8. Right-handed base hit, Long. Woodling hustling, rounding second, goes to third, and he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he was running like the wind. It was a 2-8 single 2 asteroids. First and third, no outs. Cleveland brings the infield in. Pitch to King. That is 1-6. Right-handed, grounds it to first. That'll score a run. Woodling will score. Francona throws it to second to get Long. I guess that's a fielder's choice. And Woodling scores. It's an unearned run. Actually, the infield was in. I'm so sorry. Oh, my. Having a little trouble today. First and third, infield in on a B. 7. Batter safe. Lead runner is thrown out. So that's what happened. So they didn't get burned that time. They stopped the run with the infield in. We're gonna fix that. Again, the infield was in with no outs, first and third. And on the ground ball, it was a 1-6 ground ball, first B, first and third, 7. Batter safe, lead runner thrown out. So we'll throw him out and have him score. Long will go to second. He is thrown out. And that's a 3-2. It's now 1 out, first and second. And Bob Johnson, the batter. Nice play by Francona. Okay, here's the pitch to Johnson. 4-8. Right-handed walked him, so he reloads the base, or not reloads, but he loads the bases. Bell with 1 out. Here's Cottier. It's hard to guess what the best thing to do is, infield in or back, but we're going to put it back. I don't like to game it by looking at how many A's Cottier has, but it's infield back for the inning-ending double play. The bases are full of Senators. 2-12. Single 1-12, and that's a base hit for Cottier. Long scores, and that's a 3-1 game, regardless of the infield position. Thus far, that run is earned, despite the leadoff error by Bubba Phillips. Now Bob Schmidt comes out. Still only 1 out, bases full. Here's Bell, infield back again. Back now. Here's the pitch, 3-3, and he grounds it to short. This will be a double play. Bases loaded. 6-4-3. And the side is retired. I guess Gary Bell and Cleveland is fortunate, if you want to look at it that way, to have gotten out of that with only 1 run. A nice play was made by Francona, throwing Woodling out at the plate. We're in the middle of the third. It's a 3-1 ball game. And here's the youngster Claude now. He'll face Bell to start off the bottom of the third. We'll make new coffee after this inning and take a break for about 3 minutes. Here's Claude, the wind-up, the pitch to Bell. That's 1-7, and that's a grounder to second for Cottier, 1 out. Now here's Tito Francona. .510, left-handed, grounder to short X. Johnson, 431. Whoa. Last place team, the Senators, 431, 7-4. He gets 2 at G3. Johnson, E31, 479. And he throws him out. Nice play by Johnson. 2 away. And here's Bubba Phillips. He gets a hand from the crowd after he made that nice throw to home. Pitch to Phillips. 4-3. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Francona. This is Phillips. 4-3, grounder to second. Cottier fields it, throws it too long. Actually, that was a 4-3 right-handed, yes, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Claude. We're going to need some new pens. The official pen of the Strat-O-Matic network, the Pilot G207. And we'll make a point of making a purchase if they're still in stock over there. I actually have a $20 balance. Might be able to pick up a couple of those here. A pack of 4 for $5. You got to be kidding me. That's a pretty good deal this day and age. A pack of 4 for $5 frickin' dollars. Here's a pack of, Lord. It's funny how you get different, here's a pack of 12 for $11. Wow. Yeah, we'll go with that. This is the G2 Premium 0.07. We're going to add that to the cards. Take out the Juji fruits. And I have free delivery today because I have a tentative. I don't know if it's a qualifying item. Let's go to checkout. For $2.99, I can get it today. I don't need it today. So we'll wait till tomorrow for a free one-day delivery. And I'm canceling my Prime on Monday. It's in my calendar to do so. We did that just to get free shipping on these tripods. Here's the pitch and placement of the order using the gift card, and it is done. Estimated delivery is tomorrow, no charge. It's all preference, JC. You know, it's all preference. I really like it for the price, you know. I don't like a pen that is too fine. And of course, I don't like a pen that is too thick. But, and I like the gel. And it's worked very nicely for me. There's my order. So we're all set in that regard. What we're going to do here is take a break with the score 3-1 Washington. And I'm going to make some coffee and I'm going to do the other things. And when we come back, we'll continue this ball game. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. Stand by, please. so much better. Actually, I have coffee right in here. Huh. I have like more than half a cup, but I just poured that out. I'm gonna make it go on. Oh, Christ. Oh, shit. Okay, that coffee is brewing and we're ready to get going here. Jeffrey Gudeman back in Studio B. And we're moving to the top of the fourth. It's Gary Bell for Cleveland on the mound. And it'll be Claude leading it off. Claude walked in the second, was left on. Here's Bell. The pitch to Claude. That's 1-3, grounds it to second for Kindle, and he throws it to first, 1 out. Now here's Piersall. Pitch from Bell. 4-4, right-handed, grounds to third X. Phillips, Bubba, 2-11. (17-2), G1 gets 2 at E11, 5-9-13. And he throws him out. 2 away. And Danny O'Connell is the batter. Cleveland won the first of this. It's a 2-game series. Still early on in the season. It's April 14 in our 62 replay. That's 5-7, right-handed, grounded to second X. Kindle again, 220. Actually, not again. Actually, yes, again. 2-2, that's going to go through, base hit S1 on Kindle. E20, 5-6-7. And it's a base hit. A 2-out single for Danny O'Connell. Being held. One to 21. 1-19. If a lead. Gets it on a 5, doesn't get it. O'Connell on first, 2 outs. Woodling now. Pitch from Bell. 4-11, left-handed, grounds it to first. And Francona takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. No runs. The 2-out single by O'Connell. He was left on base. Middle of the fourth, 3-1 Washington. And here's Claude Osteen. Chuck Asegian leading it off. Chuck 0 for 1. He flew to left in the first. Claude winds and deals. That's 1-5, left-handed, base hit, Asegian to lead it off. Gene Green comes up, the tying run at the plate. He's got that power from both sides. That's 5-3, right-handed, fly ball right X. Woodling a 4, we're gonna have to look, can't see it. He's a 4-12. $17-4. Oh shit. I think I re-rolled it again. I'm gonna have to check on the, and I'm not raising the, I hope you understand. I'm not raising the, there it is. I've got it up on the screen. Actually, that was it. Wait a minute. I'm checking, folks. Here's green now. I'm doing an instant replay. Okay. Here's the roll coming up. Okay, that is a 17 on the red die. It's to right field, Woodling, 17-4. And he gets 2 at F2. And that's a 5-8-10. 12. And he makes the catch. It's going to be an F2 with a runner on first. And he will hold. One out. Now here's John Romano. He's the tying run at the plate. Claude from the stretch, and the pitch to Romano. That's 6-7, right-handed, grounds it to short. This could be 2. It's Johnson to second, to Cuttier, and then over to Long at first for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit for Cleveland, and none left on. It's 3-1 after 4, and the coffee is ready. We're going to go get it. Gary Bell taking his warm-ups. We'll need water today. Oh, that's good. Oh. That is good water. Let's get some of that new, spanking new, fresh hot coffee. I don't know if I'll be left with any coffee, but if I am, I have a mind to chill it for some iced coffee during the World Series. I think that's going to make a lot of sense. I don't know how many more cups I'm going to be feeling like. Okay, Gary Bell on the mound. His first endurances was the 4th inning. Again, he's principally a reliever. He started this game in real world. It's going to be Dale Long leading it off. So this is his 2nd endurance inning. He's got full endurance. Here's the pitch to Long. Whoa, 2-8, base hit Long. His 2nd hit of the ball game. One to 21 being held, 1-19. And he does not get the lead. He's got a very short lead off first, though. And Jim King, the batter. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. Good frickin' coffee. Okay, here's Bell. The pitch to King. That's 4-9, left-handed, fly ball center. Asegian moving over and makes the catch. 1 out. Now Bob Johnson is the batter. Johnson has walked twice. He was doubled up and then he was left on. The pitch from Bell. 5-7, right-handed, grounds to second X. Kindle 220. Two 16-2. He gets 2 at G1. It could be a double play. 6-12-17. E20. Oh, and he boots it. It's a throwing error. It was a G1 E2. And Long goes to third. A 2-base error charged to Kindle. And that's the third error for Cleveland. And we're only in the fifth inning. Second and third, 1 out. Washington leads 3-1. Chuck Cottier, infield is brought in. Cottier 1 for 2. The pitch from Bell. Oh, that counts. It's on the floor. It's a 4. It's on the floor. It's a 3-10 right-handed, single 1 to 18. It's a base hit for Cottier. Long scores. Johnson goes to third, 4-1. And suddenly Bell is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. It was a 3-10 right-handed. Schmidt due up. Let's see who's warming. Bell went all the way in real world. We'll try to avoid using Funk or Rudolph. We'll see if Latman starts. Here's Bob Allen, 5.87. We've used some of these people. McDowell had 88 innings with no emphasis, pitcher or reliever. We're going to look to see on the schedule who's starting soon, who relieved soon for Cleveland. Again, an 80-82 record. They're a decent ball club. Dick Donovan pitched on the 17th with no relievers. Latman pitched on the 18th. That will take him out. Jim Perry came into relief. This is a very young Jim Perry. And we will use Perry, the right-hander, if needed. And I think it is going to be needed. Oh, Lord. Perry is warming. And here's Schmidt. 1 out, first and third. Now Cleveland will take their chances, play the infield back, try to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch from Bell. 4-4, right-handed. Oh, it's a grounder to third X. It's Phillips, Bubba, a 2-11. He's got a chance to turn a double here. 2-11, 15-2. G1, that could be a double. Bubba, E11, 6-12-18 though. That doesn't smell right. Oh, Looks like he makes the play. A G1, first and third, clean. And it is a double play. Turned by Bubba Phillips. It was Phillips to Kindle at second and then over to Francona at first. An inning-ending double play. There was one run. Consider Bell lucky. He got out of it with just one run and with endurance, although he allowed 2 hits. And we move to the bottom of the 5th. Claude Osteen on the mound, the youngster. And here's Woody Held. Held hit the home run, the only run for Cleveland. Claude into his windup. And the pitch to Held. That's 5'9", left-handed, 5'9", right-handed, I'm sorry. Grounds it to short X. Johnson, 431. That's got to catch up with you across a season. 431, 19-4, G1 though. Let's see if he can handle it. Wait a minute. Yeah. Johnson, E31, 245, rare play. A G1 rare play. And it's not a rare play. He grounds out. And it's one away. And I was talking about, you know, we have ID Jester with his video about the pros and cons of Strat-O-Matic. I think the one of the cons is the rare plays are not so rare sometimes, and there's not many of them. And I think I would like a separate chart where you have about 100 possibilities, including ejections, brawls, things like that. Okay, here's Kirkland with 1 out, nobody on. That's a swinging strike to Kirkland, 0-1. Claude into his windup. And the pitch. 3-7, left-handed, grounder to second for Cottier. He throws to first, 2 away. And Jerry Kindle steps up to the plate. Kindle 0 for 1. .47, right-handed, grounder to short. Johnson fields it, and he throws it over to long, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Claude. After 5, 4-1, Senators. Senators, the last place team in the American League in real world. We'll see how they do this year. They're 1-1 early on. Cleveland was at just about, they were 2 games under 500. They're 1-2. Gary Bell on the mound. 2 hits and/or walks away from fatigue. He's due up next inning. This would be his final inning if he gets through it. Here's Claude now. He walked and grounded out. The pitch from Bell. That's 4-5. Left-handed, struck him out. That is the first strikeout for Gary Bell. A rain delay. Well, Claude is the winner of record in this game, and Bell is the loser. Bob, from what I can read here. We're in the top of the sixth. Here's Jimmy Piersall. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Bell. The pitch to Piersall. That's 5-9. Right-handed, struck him out. That's 2 strikeouts in a row now. His first strikeouts of the ball game. Suddenly settling down, if you will. Only to be pinch hit for in the bottom of the sixth. Danny O'Connell steps in now. Yeah, I even have a mind to set them up myself, but it'd take a lot of work. So we'll just leave it as it is. Oh, okay. Rain delays, sure. I don't think they have rain delays in this, in the game, Strat-O-Matic. Here's the pitch to O'Connell. That's 2-5, right-handed, grounds it to second for Kindle. He throws it to Francona, and it's a 1-2-3 for Gary Bell, and he looks very good there in the sixth. And we're moving to the bottom of the sixth, and that's going to be it for Bell. Jim Perry, I didn't even know he was on Cleveland, or at least I didn't remember it, but he will be the new pitcher for Cleveland. He has no record. He will be a -1 quotient. And there's going to be a hitter. Osteen out on the mound. His first endurance is the 7th. Let's see who's hitting for Bell. The score is 4-1. I've been using Luplow as a pinch hitter, you know, and I don't have a problem with it. He had 318 at-bats. And I've been saving Walt Bond. Look at Walt Bond's card. Wow. And I got to be very careful about using Bond. That's why I peruse the... I like to peruse the real-world box scores because I don't want to abuse it. That's a Hall of Fame card. Don Dillard pinch hit in this game, but he's a .230 hitter. If he's a right-hander, no, he's a left-hander. That's crazy. And Luplow is a left-hander. We'll go with Jim Mahoney. He only had 74 at-bats, but we're going to use him. Mahoney, pinch hitting. I could use Bond with, you know, in the 9th inning or something, and just keep track of him. Don't let him go too much over 50 at-bats. My rule, house rule, is allow them to go 10% over. So he could go 55 at-bats before I start saying enough and using other people. Here's Mahoney now. And I don't even know who he is. Jim Mahoney is still alive. He's 90 years old. He was the first player to appear as a pinch runner for the expansion Senators, but then he was traded to Cleveland. Oh, Lord. He played parts of 6 seasons, a .229 lifetime hitter, Jim Mahoney. So Mahoney steps in. It's a monster cat. He's an absolute monster of a card. Here's his basic. 6 home runs in 50 at bats, which is a killer ratio. And here's his, look at him against right-handers. He's a left-handed hitter, so we've got to really be careful about using him. We don't want to overuse him, but we do want to use him if the time is right on those coveted 50 at-bats. Okay, here's Claude. The pitch to Mahoney, pinch hitting for Bell, 2-9, left-handed. That's hit well by Mahoney, and it's gone. The big cat, Mahoney, has just hit a home run. Off Claude, second home run he's allowed. Let's look at it again. It was a 2-9 left-handed. Home run 1-15, and it was a 9. Held. I don't think we've used Mahoney yet. And I think that we could say that brings Cleveland right back into this ball game. If not, we'll have to add Mahoney. Oh, Mahoney did hit. He's 0 for 1 before coming up here. But this is his first home run. Really happy with the method I'm using to keep statistics. It's limited statistics. At bats, hits, home runs, RBIs, and average for hitters. Wins, losses, inning pitch, earned runs, and ERA for pitchers. So Mahoney with a pinch hit home run to liven up this crowd off Claude. And here's Tito Francona with no outs and nobody on. Oh, that's good coffee. So good. Okay, Francona 0 for 2. The pitch from Claude. 3-8, left-handed. Double 1-17. It's a double. Standing up is Francona at second, following the home run by Mahoney. Again, Claude's first endurance is next inning. And here's Bubba Phillips. Okay, Claude now. The pitch to Bubba. That's 2-8. Left-handed, pops it up to first for Dale Long, 1 out. And now Chuck Asegian steps in, 1 for 2. The pitch from Claude. 6-6, right-handed, fly ball center. And Piersall makes the catch, 2 outs. That was his first chance out in center today. Piersall 1 in center field, a 1-0-1. Now that's some good fielding with 471 at bats. Just to show you how much he played. Here's Mean Gene Green. Now he's got power against left-handed pitching. This is a clutch situation. He's got reversals on his card. 3-5, grounds it to second, fielded by Cottier. And he throws it too long at first, and the side is retired. But there was 1 run on the pinch hit home run by Mahoney. His first of the year, his first hit of the year, second at bat. We've gone 6. It's a 4-2 ball game. I'd say we've got a pretty good ball game going here. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. In case you're wondering. And this is the Strat-O-Matic network. We'll take a break for about 2 or 3 minutes. Actually, we'll do the top of the 7th, and we'll take a break during the stretch. And it's going to be Jim Perry out here, the new pitcher. And I guess it was worth it because, yeah, it's another good game, Bob. Bell, Mahoney got the home run, so I guess it was worth it. Bell pitched 6 innings. He is the loser of record thus far. Six hits. He threw a lot of pitches. He walked 4, struck out 2. Those were both in the 6th. And he allowed 4 runs. Perry is ready now. Gene Woodling to lead it off. Woodling 0 for 2, walked unscored in the first. Reached on the error in the third, thrown out at the plate by Francona. Here's the pitch to Woodling. That's 4-9, left-handed base hit. Woodling to lead it off. I think of Woodling as on the Yankees in the 50s. It seems like unusual to have him still playing in 1962, but I guess that's the way it was. Okay, Dale Long steps in, left-handed hitter. Woodling on first. Long is 2 for 3. Reached on an error. Pitch from Perry, 3-7 right-handed, walked him. So Perry has put 2 on here to start it off in the top of the 7th. And Jim King, the batter, he's 1 for 3. Perry gets the sign from Romano from the stretch. 5-6, left-handed, struck him out. And that was a breaking ball. Anyone know where what, Geezer? It's 1 out, first and second, and Bob Johnson is the batter. Johnson has walked twice and reached on an error. 3 errors today by Cleveland. Which time zone for what? You gotta assume that we don't know what you're referring to, Geezer. So, you come in here, you're asking what is the time zone, but for what? You know what I mean? What is the time zone in Honolulu for the Game 2 of the World Series this afternoon? It's 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Geezer. Here's Johnson now, and the pitch. That is 3-5 right-handed, grounds it to second. It's first and second. It looks like it's a double play. And it is. We're going to call that 4-6-3. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 left on. And we're in the middle of the 7th inning stretch. It's Washington 4, Cleveland 2. Second of a 2-game series. Cleveland took the first. And Claude will come out in his first endurance inning. Oh, I'm Florida. Eastern Time, U.S. Okay, Geezer. All right. You see, I'm not a mind reader. You know what I mean? When You came on here, no problem. You came on here and you just said Woodling's first year 43. Holy cow! Holy cow! He had a long career. Thanks for that, Bob. Uh, Woodling, yeah. And Claude will come out for his first endurance inning. 4-2 Washington. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Oh, that is some good coffee. Wow. You know, I'm gonna smoke some cannabis today, but I'm resisting. I don't want to get all wired out, you know what I mean? All tired, all paranoid. It's too early. But I sure would love to smoke some cannabis today. Mm. I like cannabis. I'll be back. Hey, no problem, geezer. I'm sorry if I seem snarky with my comment about not being a mind reader. No excuse, just being snarky, and that's not something I usually do here. I hope you'll understand. Speaking of coffee, geezer, I'm gonna get another cup of coffee and we'll continue this ball game. I'd like to invite you all to like this broadcast, to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I do these games for enjoyment and social interaction. We completed a yeah, we're old, geezer. I'm 66. Finished the 69 replay, and coincidentally, I guess, dramatically, I'm sure, we have Game 7 of the World Series, Atlanta at Baltimore. It comes down to Game 7, and Claude comes out to pitch his first endurance inning with a 4-2 lead, trying to hold it. I'm a puppy. Okay, so you got 10% on me. I guess that means you're 6.6 years older. You're 72 and change, is that it? I'm 66 and 4 months. And on that note, I hope I make it to that age, geezer. Boy, I really do. Here's John Romano, and not only do I hope I make it to be 72, but I sure hope that I have my quality of life and health is okay, because I abuse my body terribly. Here's Claude now, the pitch to Romano. 3-3, left-handed, grounds it to second. For Cottier, 1 out. Now here's Woody Held, who homered. His second home run of the season. Claude gets the sign from Schmidt. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is 3-8, left-handed, fly ball center. Under it is Piersall, his second put out and chance of the game, 2 away. We've got coffee remaining for iced coffee with that World Series. Here's Kirkland. 2 outs, nobody on. He's 1 for 2. He doubled left on in the second. Pitch from Claude, 4-12, left-handed, hit deep by Kirkland. It's a ballpark blast. Left-handed in Cleveland. It's an 8. And it's gone. Willie Kirkland with the home run. We'll look at it again to make it a 4-3 ball game. Claude has been really something today. He has allowed 3 home runs, though. A home run for Willie Kirkland. 3 home runs for Cleveland. Let's look at that one more time, just to make sure. It was a 4-12 left-handed. Good Lord. 4-12 left-handed, Kathy says. Ballpark blast. He's got the power. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Kirkland, and he has W power against left-handers. So that will be a single. I didn't expect any of you to notice that. I don't know why I looked on the right column. He has W power against left-handers. It was lefty-lefty. So that's going to be a base hit with 2 outs. Again, we strive for low errors, not no errors. And you see, we just caught one there. See how easy it is to convert that. Willie Kirk loops, a looper. And Jerry Kindle is the batter. Kindle's has, oh God, he's not very good against left-handers. He had 530 at bats though. He has end power from both sides. We'll let him frickin' hit. Okay, here's Claude. The pitch to Kindle. That's 6-9, and it's a good thing. I almost always say, let's look at that again. Well, we did, and it was not a home run. 6-9 right-handed. That's a double one base hit. First and third. And Claude is suddenly one hit or walk away from fatigue, and there'll be a hitter for Jim Perry. That was a 6-9 right-handed. The youngster, Claude, allows the base hit. Claude, one hit or walk away from fatigue. Cleveland won this game 6-4 real world. Ripplemeyer and Kukja pitched in this game in real world. Kukja 4.04. Ripplemeyer 5.49. I think we would opt to go with Marty Kutnya. Unless there's someone better, because they're protecting a lead here. We could deviate. We use it as a guideline. You have Hannon, who pitched prior game, who's even better. Again, this is a last place team. By the way, Kathy, here's that Steady Eddie. 165 average, 133 at bats. Little did he know that Ted Williams would coach him for hitting. God bless who? We're going to just check on Hannon here. Hannon, their last game was the 13th. This is the 14th, but before that, it was the 9th. So Hannon is well rested. He's good enough, I should say. Hannon warming. And I believe he's on the 69 Washington team, which was a good team. Hannon warming in the bullpen. It's 2 outs, and let's see who's going to hit here for Perry and who would come in. Perry ends up pitching 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs. It will be Walt Bond. Walt, wait a minute. You know, he's not so great against left-handers, so we're not going to waste him. Again, he's only got 50 at bats. That's my thinking. Doc Edwards, a right-handed hitter. And he's got a little bit of power. And it will be Doc Edwards. Doc Edwards will come in. So Cleveland is not folding easily. They're coming back. Here's Edwards now. In a clutch situation here. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. The tying run on first, Kindle. Edwards, the go-ahead run. And I have not even looked to see who would come in. We will. Here's Claude now. The pitch to Edwards. That's 2-7. Oh, a grounder to short. 2-7 grounded back to Claude. And he throws it to first, and the side is retired. So Claude gets out of it, maintaining fatigue on a 2-7 left-handed. Tap back to him. No runs. 2 hits and 2 left on. And let's see who's coming in to pitch the top of the 8th for Cleveland. Again, Bell went all the way, so we're going to have to see here. I may bring in someone who might be a lot of fun to bring in if he doesn't start soon. A real youngster. Oh, it looks like he may be eligible. Look at that, the 22nd already. Holy cow. They played on the 22nd, the 21st, the 17th. It's amazing how many off days. Wow. Oh, my Lord. I was going to bring in Sam McDowell, but I noticed his ERA is 6.06. We'll pass on that. You know, that's the only thing about Strat-O-Matic. You might have a tendency to game it. We're going to go with Mudcat Grant, the right-hander, 4.27. Mudcat Grant. Oh, that's good coffee. Grant coming out. Taking his warm-ups. This is Grant's second appearance. He has no record. Pitched 1 inning, no runs allowed. And here's Grant now. Facing Chuck Cottier. Cottier 2 for 3. Mudcat into his windup. Pitch to Cottier, 5-11 right-handed. That's a hit for Cottier, but he has W power. It's a ballpark blast. 7 right-handed. It's a base hit. 3rd hit for Cottier today. Good game for Chuck. 242 hitter, 443 at bats. Here's Bob Schmidt now, and there's Claude on deck. You're gonna have Claude try to finish this ball game. It's 4-2 Senators batting in the top of the 8th. Cottier on first, no outs. Pitch to Schmidt from Mudcat, 3-4, and he pops it up behind the plate, and it's Romano under it. 1 out. Tito. Yeah, absolutely. So 1 out, and here's Claude now. Claude 0 for 2 and a walk. Mudcat from the stretch. Pitch to Claude. That's 3-5. Grounds it to third. Phillips has it. He throws to second, over to first for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, none left. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Claude, in his second endurance, already has 2 hits allowed. In his first endurance, 2 hits and/or walks, he is fatigued. Top of the order for Cleveland, Tito Francona is the batter. Oh, that is very good coffee. Wow. Francona 1 for 3. He doubled in the 6th left on. 1-6. Left-handed struck him out. Oh, Claude. Reaching back there for his first strikeout of the ball game. This youngster has been impressive. He has allowed 2 home runs. He's gotten into trouble. He got into trouble in the 7th also. Got out of it. A very poised young pitcher, Claude is. In his 5th year in Major League Baseball. Here's Claude now. The pitch to Bubba. 6-5, right-handed, struck him out. That is 2. And Claude now, just like Bell threw his first 2 in the same inning. Chuck Asegian comes out, Claude 1 out away from refreshing his endurance. Asegian 1 for 3. Claude into his windup. The pitch to Asegian. That's 6-7, right-handed, grounded to short. He got a piece of it, but Johnson has it. He throws to first, a 1-2-3 for Claude, and he has full endurance now. We head to the 9th. Mudcat in his 2nd inning of relief, top of the order. Piersall, 0 for 4 today, struck out twice. The pitch to Piersall. 1-4. Base hit. Jimmy Piersall leading off with a single. Oh, Osteen certainly earned his green. Absolutely. Osteen earned his green, but Gene Green is due up next inning. Piersall on first, 1-15. Mudcat 1-13. You know, it's a tough call. 1-13. We have this, he's not being held. Now I put on the Piersall hat, the Washington hat, see if we'll steal him. Not on a 1-13. On a 1-15, we will hold him. Wait a minute, 1-15 minus 2, 1-13, we will not hold him. Here's Danny O'Connell with Piersall on first, no outs. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it will be Gene Green, Romano, and held. It's 4-2 Senators. Mudcat from the stretch. Whoa! That's a 6. It counts. It's a 4-10 right-handed ballpark slash. It's a 6. That's probably going through right-handed in Cleveland. It is a base hit. Piersall goes to second and holds. First and second, nobody out. Mudcat's first endurance is the 3rd of relief. Now here's Woodling, 1 for 3, walked and scored. Here's Mudcat now. And the pitch to Woodling. 5-11, left-handed. That's a ballpark blast. Wait a minute. Oh, it's a re-roll. We have a rule. It's a house rule. Got to be flat. That was not flat. It missed by a little bit. It's such a long fly ball by Woodling. Okay, and for those of you wondering, if you're with me long enough, you'll see what kind of, how consistent I am on that house rule. And sometimes it smarts. Here's the pitch to Woodling. Just like baseball, game of inches. 4-8 left-handed, but he will get a base hit. And that will load them up. Mudcat has allowed 3 straight singles. There's action in the Cleveland bullpen. Mudcat 6-7. This is his second inning. That was a 4-8 left-handed. Now here's Dale Long. Infield brought in. As Mudcat in trouble already, Washington can blow it open. Long 2 for 3. Scored twice. The pitch from Mudcat, 5-10. Left-handed, catcher X. This could be a problem. Romano a 3-5. If it gets by him. Romano 7-3. It's going to be a PP. That's going to sounds like it's a pass ball. 6-11-12. E5. PP, bases loaded. It gets past Romano. It's a pass ball. And what an exciting play that is sometimes, even though it's not pretty. Piersall comes home. Piersall, wow. You know, you talk about the prankster, Kathy. That was a pass ball by Romano, and he came in, Piersall, slid into home plate, even though it was not necessary. And he's a character, and his baseball, his activities, and we'll have fun looking at Piersall's activities. It's a full count on Long now, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Sometimes I like to see. I think I once looked this up to see if a pass ball can contribute to an unearned run. It's not recorded as an error. But when a run scores the result of a pass ball, it does not count as an earned run, but it's not an unearned run. Actually, it's the scorer must reconstruct the inning. So we'll see. If there's more hits coming up, it will be earned. It's counted like an error. Okay, so we're going to see midlife. We have yet to see if Mudcat gets out of this. It may not be unearned. It may be unearned. But it does not count as an error. Okay. Second and third, no outs. Dale Long now. Mudcat, that was a tough pass ball by Romano. Thank you, midlife. Infield in still. Here's the pitch to Long. That's 4-7. Left-handed walked him. The bases are full again. Now that would have scored the run, so we're going to keep that as an earned run. Mudcat having big problems. Good morning. Here's Jim King now. Infield in. Mudcat, full windup, and the pitch to King. That is 6-5, left-handed, grounds it to short. I said infield in. Held 334 at short. 334, 17-3 G1. 479. E34. That's going to be a G1 infield in with second and bases loaded. We're going to go leader, and it's going to be batter safe and held throws O'Connell out at the plate for the first out. So at least they got O'Connell coming home. 1 out, base is still full. Now the infield's pulled back for Johnson, hoping for the double play. Okay, here's Mudcat. Tough inning for Mudcat. Here's the pitch to Johnson. That's 6'10", right-handed. Struck him out. 2 down. And I'd say Mudcat's fortunate if he gets out of this with just 1 run, but it is 5-2. Cleveland will come up at least down by 3. And here's Chuck Cottier. Cottier 3 for 4 today. 3 singles. He was doubled up each time, and he grounded into a double in the first. Funny how things pan out. Here's Mudcat now. Full windup, pitch to Cottier. That is 5-8, right-handed, struck him out, and the side is retired. 1 run, though. We'll count it as earned. And we're heading to the bottom of the 9th. It's 5-2 Senators. I've enjoyed the game. Claude Osteen, the youngster, in his 5th year in Major League Baseball. He'll face Green, Romano, and Held. Going for a win here. A complete game win. Here's Claude now. The pitch to Green. That is 2-9, left-handed, grounds it to short in a sea of trouble. Johnson has it, 1 out. And I'm done with coffee because what I have left in this cup is lukewarm. It's stuck. Okay, Claude now. He gets the sign from Schmidt. I should have brought somebody in for Woodling in right. Johnson at short if possible, but they've got a 3-run lead. We'll give it a try. We'll play Live Life Dangerously. Here's the pitch to Romano. That's 5-7, right-handed. Grounds it to second X. Cottier, 219. Oh. 219, 11-2. He gets 2 at G1. Nice pickup. 6-9, 10, E19. And he throws him out. Claude is 1 out away from the win. A complete game win. He's allowed 2 runs on solo home runs. 1 by Held, his 2nd of the year, and 1 by Mahoney, pinch hitting. And Held comes up. He's, again, 1 for 3 with the home run. Claude into his windup, and the pitch to Held. 5-3, right-handed, fly ball to right X. And here's what we were talking about. To replace Woodling, which we didn't, he is a 412. Woodling going back, trying to get up to that. 412, 7-4. Oh, it drops in for a base hit. A 7-4 S2 base hit. He's an E12 245 once he gets to it. Not bad. That's a rare play. Oh, Lord. That's going to be an S2 rare play, a single. As the batter, Woodling rounds first. The fielder throws the ball behind him, and Dale Long has it. He catches Woodling off the bag, tags him out, and the ball game is over. Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my. What a way to end it. It was thrown by Woodling, and we'll score that a 9-3 out. And what a, Woodling is kicking himself. They were down by 3, but let's look at that play one more time here. What a way to finish it. First time it ever. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for being here. Let's look at it again. It was a 7-4 for Woodling. S2, base hit. 2-4-5 rare play S2. And that comes up a little too much. As the batter rounds first, the fielder, Woodling in this case, throws the ball behind him and catches him off the bag for an out. And it was caught by Dale Long. He put the tag on, and that ended the game. The final, Washington Senators 5, Cleveland Tribe 2. Claude gets a complete game win. He's 1-0. He pitched 9 innings. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Pitched very good baseball. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 2, both in the 8th inning, and he allowed 2 home runs, solo shots. The loss goes to Bell. He's 0-1. 6-7. Grant pitched 2 innings. Had a very, very cumbersome 9th inning. He allowed 1, 2, 4 hits. He walked 1, struck out 2, allowed 1 run. The final line in this game, Senators 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Cleveland 2 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. And you look at the errors, this one contributed to a run, this one contributed to a run, and this one contributed to a run. Errors by the catcher, Romano on a dribbler in the first, and then the leadoff error by Phillips putting Woodling on, but he was thrown out at the plate, but it still contributed to advancement. And then Johnson reaching on the error, advancing Long to third. I enjoyed the ball game. To everybody. Nice win for the Senators indeed, Kathy. To everybody out there, stay strong, stay well. And I'll be back at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for Game 7 of the 1969 World Series, Atlanta at Baltimore. We'll see you then.
Thank you.